Oy. Even dog-loving cyclotourists must admit that dogs are one of the scariest parts of a long bike tour, especially if you're in a place that's known for aggressive dogs.
One of the questions we're asked a lot is, what do you do when you're chased by a dog?
We're going to give you some tips and tricks so that you can feel prepared.
And we'll share with you the one thing we try to never do when we encounter an aggressive dog. This is our dog Leo, and he's going to stand in for an aggressive dog, even though he lives for bike rides.
No animals were harmed in the creation of this video. Okay, so you've done all your preparations, you've gotten your time off from work, you've arrived at your destination, you've put your bike together, and you are ready to head off on your bike trip. How do you handle possible dog interactions while on your trip?
The first thing to do is to always pay attention. Dog encounters go best when neither the dogs nor you are surprised. Always keep an eye out for dogs anywhere you go.
So let's say that you're biking around and you do see a dog. Most dogs actually aren't aggressive, and especially the dogs that you meet in cities and more populated areas, they are more used to bikes.
Most of our encounters with aggressive dogs actually happened in rural areas where the dogs just haven't seen as many bikes. Dogs chase bikes for two reasons. First, they may be protecting their territory, family, or flock, or your fast movement may just trigger their chase instinct.
So the first thing we do when we see a dog is to slow down, and then we try and get out of their territory. This might seem kind of counterintuitive, but here's what it normally looks like.
First, we slow way down to reduce the dog's desire to chase. Then we talk to the dog in a calm voice, so they're more likely to be calm too.
Hi, Quebec.
We also say hello to the owner if there is one. This helps the dog realize that you're a human because you might look a little weird and scary on a bike. And it also alerts the owner to your presence so that they can try and get control over their dog if they need to.
We try to see if the dog is attached to a leash or chain, but always keep in mind that the far end of that chain may not actually be attached to anything.
If the dog doesn't start charging or barking at us, then we just continue on our merry way. But we don't actually speed up until we're pretty far away from the dog because sometimes they don't actually start charging you until you're almost past them.
If the dog does start barking or charging at us, we would get off of our bike and keep it between us and the dog. We try to keep walking with the goal of getting out of the dog's territory. You'll know when you're in the clear when the dog stops following you.
So let's say that you've done all of this, but the dog is still charging at you, still being aggressive,
hi,
maybe
dogs.
still barking. A lot of dogs have had rocks thrown at them before, and they know what it looks like when someone stoops to the ground or starts to throw a rock at them, and that can scare them off even if you don't actually throw a rock. If we see a particularly aggressive dog, we will actually just bend over, look like we're picking up a rock, or we'll pull our arms back as if we're going to throw a rock at them, or occasionally we've even thrown a rock with the intent to miss.
I actually started carrying several small rocks in my feed bag, and this frequently just created enough space that we could comfortably keep moving. We've heard that some people carry sticks, pepper spray, or use their water bottles as dog deterrents. And if that works for you, great, tell us about it. But we found that sticks are bulky, pepper spray can often get on you as well as the dog, and is illegal in many countries.
We don't want the dog to have to be close enough for any of those things to work. Rocks work well because of their range, and it also seems like just the threat of a rock can keep the dog far enough away from you. So the one thing that you should almost never do when you encounter an aggressive dog is to speed up and try and outrun it.
Unless you're already heading downhill and have a significant head start, it's very unlikely that you'll be able to outrun anything but the oldest dog while riding a fully loaded touring bike.
20 miles an hour is a pretty average speed for dogs, and greyhounds have been clocked at 40 miles an hour. And there was one time when we were biking on asphalt and these two dogs came out of nowhere.
Oh, hi, dogs.
And they were tiny. It was like a terrier mix or something. They were running along the side of the road in a forest on uneven ground. And we were like, haha, they're never gonna catch us. And it got real close.
They're still coming.
Honestly, when we saw how fast it was moving, we stopped laughing.
Now we just never try and outrun a dog.
We had plenty of encounters with dogs while cycling in Turkey, but using these tactics we were able to stay safe. If we had been bitten, we would have gone immediately to the nearest hospital to be treated for rabies. We recognize that this may not be a possibility for everyone because of cost or availability, but we decided to get vaccinated for rabies before we left for Turkey.
We did this as part of our travel vaccine process, and we actually went through the Safeway grocery store to get it. We knew that we were going to be in a place where rabid dogs are not uncommon, and if we did get bit, it might take a few days to get to treatment.
The rabies vaccine is a 2-shot series spaced a week apart. We had always heard that the rabies vaccine hurt, but it didn't feel worse than any other vaccine to us. Our insurance did pay for most of it. Otherwise, it's quite expensive.
Being vaccinated for rabies doesn't mean that you don't need treatment if you do get bitten, but it does reduce the number of injections that you need, and it also means that you don't have to get the extra immunoglobulin, which can be kind of hard to find in rural places.
We're not doctors, so if you are interested in the rabies vaccine, you should probably go talk to your doctor.
Have you had an encounter with an aggressive dog while on a bike? What did you do?
We'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments.
And until next time, happy trails!